Hello friends, it's Audrienne and welcome back to the farm. I just wanted to give you a little update of what we've been working on this week. On Mondays, I always make bread, and this week I made 2 loaves of bread. I had some extra dried cherries in my pantry. I had candy left over from Christmas that I made into cookies. On Mondays, I also make my granola, and I use Berry Hill Farm honey. It is available on their website. They're only 5 miles from me, maybe 4, and it's really good to use local honey. It's supposed to help with allergies, fighting a cold. You know, I'm like the old farm wife that just has her things that she does every day of the week. And Mondays, I just love to catch up on things and clean my pantry out, make my granola, make the bread. I do the laundry. I just feel like I'm ready to go for the week. Did you ever see those tea towels? The vintage towels are the same, like Monday you do laundry, Tuesday you do ironing. I think like they knew me when they did those towels. And isn't this little pot so cute? David brought this up to put water and spices in it. I was going to cook this on the hearth and then I changed my mind. But if you follow me on Instagram, I put this recipe for easy pot pie. I bought an Amish cookbook, and the recipes in it, I just can't wait to share them with you. But I do have this on Instagram. Well, the reason I made 2 loaves of bread is because I knew Valentine's Day was coming up, and you can do anything with a hard cookie cutter, right? I shared this before, but with Valentine's coming up, and even if you just have like a little tea party, hearts are always fun. You freeze the bread, let it semi-thaw out, and then press a cookie cutter in it. That metal was actually hurting my hands, so I just put a towel on top of the cookie cutter, and I made egg salad sandwiches for a little Valentine tea. Then, since I had the hard cookie cutter out, I had some extra dried cherries in my pantry, and I decided I wanted to make cherry scones, and I didn't know how it would work out because you really shouldn't be handling scone dough too much, but it did. It worked out really good, and I thought the hearts were really cute. And as you can see, they turned out okay. They didn't all get flattened out or spread out too much. And so I was like so happy about that, because I think that would just be fun to do now and then instead of just making my little triangles, that I would just make hearts. I had some dear friends that came by this past week, and they all have chickens and they all brought me eggs. I said, that's like $1 million gift, right? But I'm going to freeze them because I do have excess of them, and you would never want to waste an egg. I decided to have a Valentine tea for just the 2 of us, and I just love getting out all those sentimental things. My mom made me this runner years and years ago. Do you like to get out special dishes for special occasions? I love getting out my grandma's dishes that I have. They're Nortaki. Does anybody remember Nortaki? I know a lot of people that watch this channel are around my age. And Valentine's Day to me is not just about the love Dave and I have, but past, present, future, just the love for my families and my mother that's passed, grandma. I just think of all the special people in my life at Valentine's Day. Isn't the trim so pretty? It's so cottagey. I also used my favorite tea cozy. I just love this. It's from the 30s. I love the house on the hill, and then it looks like there's hills behind it, which is sort of like our house, and the little flowers and the fence. And I hardly put anything out this year for St. Valentine's Day, and it's just different year to year. Some years I just go all out on a holiday, and maybe the next year I don't. I'll celebrate a little bit and recognize it, but sometimes I just don't put out as much as other years. But I had this wreath that's the red and white. I put that on the table, and the hard things that I had, and I said, that's okay. I just didn't have the time this year. Well, this is one part of my kitchen, and we need some work in our kitchen. There are certain things that we want to do, and I'm just going to do a whole kitchen what do you think video. Dave and I both have some ideas, and some we're definitely going to do, and some we're just thinking about. But I've been working in this corner over here and getting this side of the kitchen done. This is where my refrigerator and the stove is. I had all Christmas things in there, and I put the bean pots up there, but now I'm thinking I don't like the bean pots. Are you like this, friends that like antiques? Maybe do something, then you don't like it. So I'm going to work on this area, but we're going to do a whole video on how we're going to change our kitchen up. Well, friends, in my mind, how I started this video was what I do on Mondays. The bread, the laundry, the granola, using anything up that needs used up. But now I have something else on my list for Mondays. Go to the Goodwill stores and the thrift stores. But I had so many emails about this quilt. A lot of people said that they thought maybe you would fold it over, and if you had a mustache, or that your hair grease wouldn't get on the quilt. I thought that was really interesting. So what do you think? On Mondays, I also go shopping for milk, or if I need something to replenish in my pantry. And so while I'm out, I just decide, well, I'm going to go to the thrift stores, because the thrift stores around here have discounts on Monday. And I figure they're busy also putting out new merchandise from what was dropped off on the weekend. Tell me, what's your theory about going out thrifting? And do you go often? I went back to all the thrift stores and I only got one or two things. And yes, this chair was $4.39. So many people had asked how much that chair was, and it was at the end of the last video, as well as that purple quilt. Now, look at my little Katie May. She found the chair, and when you tell her to get down, she talks back at you, but look at her little nubboos going, and she's having so much fun. For every corgi, and I'm on my 7th corgi, I say they're not allowed on the furniture, but for some reason they win. If you celebrate St. Valentine's Day, happy St. Valentine's Day. Thanks so much for being here, friends. I can't wait to talk to you about our kitchen, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you real soon.